So do we really got to do this?
I don't want to do it. I thought about taking the week off, to be honest with you.
But the people need us, Clint.
You know it's bad when Lane Kiffin beats me into submission.
It's for the people. It's for the people, Clint. The
Well, for the
people.
people. It's for the people. If you need me, I'm here for you. I always say that. And you know what? We've got your pick me up.
That's right.
Hold on.
Somehow by the end of this
Damn
podcast.
gummit, Ole Miss just scored again. What
Oh,
the crap?
crap. Folks, we're going to talk about it. We're
Like,
going to talk
share,
about the Ole
subscribe.
Miss game. We're going to talk about Sam Pittman's job security. We're going to talk about the blue light special comment. We're going to talk about some basketball. We're just going to talk about it because sometimes when you don't know what to do, you just talk about it, Clint. You just talk about it. So, you know what?
Scored again.
Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We need you.
Do it.
Give us some peppy music, Sean Michelle.
Do it.
1, 2, 3, 4. You ever seen a lame man walk? Ever heard a dumb man talk? Ever seen a blind man see? I promise you a change his thing. Ever seen a cancer dead? Ever seen all the poor get fed? Ever seen a prisoner set free? I promise you a change his thing.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? It's a Hawg Slop podcast with Big C and Bigger T. I'm your boy, Bigger T, joined as always by my best friend, Big C. Clint, we got to get fired up. It's Razorback football
Woo!
season. We just got through with a big game against Ole Miss, and how did it turn out? How did it...
Ole Miss won't stop scoring. I'm just saying it is um I
They
think
set
it's safe
records.
after that game, Travis, I don't think you need to reserve a date for the Broyles Award. We just
No,
yay,
no Arkansas
yay,
coaches for the Broyles Award for sure.
yay, yay, yay. Boy, that was rough. That was
Especially not OT Will. He's gonna have to come up with another rap or something. But
yeah,
hey,
that
let's we'll
that was
talk
not
about that later.
was not pretty, but you know, Travis, I was going to tell you, I told you I was going to have some fodder that I was going to tell you. So I was watching like just some random podcast clips. I can't sit down and watch a whole podcast because we all know I have the attention span of a squirrel. Like it's amazing that I sit down and do this
That's
for
right.
an hour straight. It really like it is like me and you, like we're best friends. But if we're gonna go somewhere together, it's a bad idea. Case in point, when we take that trip to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you were stopping, you were reading everything,
I
and
was
you were like, oh,
soaking
look,
it all in.
you're soaking it all in. I'm like, seen it, let's go.
That's right.
I mean, like I've seen it, let's
That's
go.
right. Yep.
I like that. Because
It's Rolling Stones again. Yeah,
hey, that's George Clinton. Yeah, I seen him. Yeah,
that's right.
love
Yeah.
him. But that's our just difference in how we
That's
tick
right. Yeah.
or similarities. Like it is like I love you. Like it's good to hang out for a football game. I'm happy to have you up for the meat feast. I'm preparing for the Texas game. Um, it is going to be epic.
Epic.
Epic. But anyway, enough about Meat Feast 2024. Um, but I was watching clips and I came across a Bad Friends podcast, and they're talking about like shows that everybody loves that you just can't get into. And I think they're talking about Rick and Morty, and everybody's in Rick and Morty. The one show that I've tried, and I'm thinking that everybody loves the show, and they can't get into it, was Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And I legit tried.
Yeah.
Like I watched like the first 2 or 3 episodes. Like Paul loves it. And I'm just like, man, and I really tried, and then after like 2 episodes, I'm like, this is stupid. Um, and
Yeah.
maybe it gets better. Maybe it gets better because like Breaking Bad, I was like, because I'd watched like the first 3 episodes. I'm like, and I remember because everybody said, man, how great Breaking Bad was.
Yeah.
Finally, I go, man, when's the show get good?
Yeah.
And it did get good. I'm happy I finished it.
Yeah,
In
it
fact,
hit me a little quicker than that, but it was still it was kind of dry
yeah,
at
yeah, it
first.
was it was a slow burn, and then once they
Yeah.
got you, they got you. So
Yeah. Yeah, I can't do Game of Thrones either. That was one I couldn't
yeah.
do. And then what's the one with the zombies?
Oh, The Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. Yeah, I
Like
can't do
after
that.
season 2 or 3, it was just like this is terrible.
See, and I'm just not there's so look, I like Zombieland because they're
That's a great.
humorous.
Yeah, yeah, they're
They're
hilarious.
funny. But any other movies that have zombies, I just can't get into them. I just don't get I don't like them. Like I did like I Am Legend. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
but I mean I
Will
like pretty
Smith.
much most Will Smith movies. I mean
Yeah,
he's a good actor. So
yeah. I
but I
mean,
mean I
he
liked
tried to
it,
teach
but
Big Brock how to keep his hands up.
that's
Christmas,
right.
keep your hands up.
Yeah. But yeah, that was yeah, I can't do that one. And I'll tell you another one that I just can't get into. I tried was Big Bang Theory.
I never tried.
I
Never.
tried on it because I had so many people like, man, I love that show. And I'm like, I and I usually like kind of smart humor,
See,
but
see, maybe am I that stubborn that I have like I can tell you like the one show I probably really tried to get into and I wanted to get into was Game of Thrones. Like everything else, I either like, yeah, I'm going to like this or I'm not.
yeah, yeah.
Because like I try, like I'm telling you, my wife has tried to watch Yellowstone, and she's like, no one has any redeeming qualities. I'm like, you know what? I never had a desire to watch that.
Yeah, I couldn't get in that one either. I
Like,
tried.
like, I'm telling you right now, if you had a gun to my head and you say, watch Yellowstone all the way through, or I'm going to shoot you in the head, I'm like, well, been a good run, kids. Yeah.
It's been a good one. Yeah.
It's been a good one. 48 years. You know what?
Yeah.
I'd like to think I accomplished a lot. But you
Yeah.
know what? I was surprisingly mediocre, and we're gonna go on with it.
There we go.
So, well,
Yeah,
anyway,
I couldn't do that. I did like 3 episodes of Yellowstone, and just because I was like, okay, well, maybe it'll be like, because like you said, Breaking Bad kind of started out slow.
right.
Even like Better Call Saul started out kind of slow. I ended up loving it too.
Oh, that was amazing.
It got as good as Breaking Bad in the later seasons. It started out slower to me, but The Office even started off kind of slow.
Yeah, we'll see. And I have trouble with that cringe humor.
Yeah,
Like Curb Your Enthusiasm is
yeah,
uncomfortable to me.
yeah, it is.
Like I can't do Curb Your Enthusiasm.
And it was one that started out slow to me, but I ended up liking it pretty good. But
Yeah.
yeah, once I got kind of used to the characters and stuff. But yeah,
But I'm kind of like that guy. Like if I'm just like if I tell you I don't like it, I don't like it. I don't have to
yeah.
do it. It's kind of like yams. I don't like yams. Have you ever tried yams? No. Am I going to? No, because I don't like them.
That's right.
Like it was
Well,
just,
I guess for Holy Shnikes, we're gonna go a little different. Well, not necessarily different, but just surprising for some in-state colleges this year, this
yeah,
week. OBU uh was beat number one Harding a few weeks ago.
right. Yeah, yeah.
They
Harding,
moved
like the defending national champs, Harding.
they moved up to like fourth or fifth in the nation in their division or whatever.
Yeah.
Everything was looking pretty. They had a team coming in that hadn't won a game all year, and they lose by 1 point, Clint. Now their starting quarterback, got hurt. That was a big blow. However, still, man, this team
Yeah.
hadn't won.
I ain't gonna. I wasn't on the Arkansas Tech team. I was on it, but I wasn't on it. If you know what I mean. When we went to North Alabama and broke their like home winning streak, this is back when North Alabama was winning the national championship. And so, man, good for them kids on that team, because they did something, and we were all, I remember all those red shirts that were just, basically practice dummies. We're like, can we sign this?
Yeah.
Like, I want to sign it so bad. And you're like, no, you are. Yeah, no, you are totally on the team. Go ahead and sign it.
Yeah.
Like, meanwhile, our helmet is a different color than everybody else's. But yeah, you're on the team.
Yeah,
Go
that's
ahead.
right.
Go ahead.
Well, and then in other news, UCA
yeah.
is, they were predicted to make the playoffs, I think, in their deal. They've played pretty good this year. Should have beat Arkansas State. Bad call there in that game. They play a team that hadn't won a game all year and also lose.
Well,
and you probably couldn't be happier.
No, and it's just, and I'm thinking I can hold a grudge, kind of. Like,
Yeah.
What did UCA ever do to me other than just exist?
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. That's all they've ever done to me. I've got a lot of good friends that went to UCA. I've got a lot of friends. I have UCA kids come in the store all the time. Could not be nicer. And I tell them I'm pulling for them. And when I do it, I'm lying through my teeth. The old rivalries run deep. And, they don't play anymore because UCA would beat Tech by 10 touchdowns. I mean, it would be because, it moved up to 1AA, FCS, whatever. I don't
something like that.
Whatever subdivision you want, Jules Estate subdivision, I don't know.
Yeah.
But man, and once again, just good for the kids. I mean, because here's the thing, it is fun to break a losing streak. It is fun when you're on a losing streak. You remember our sophomore year at Greenbrier High School when we were terrible.
Yeah.
I think we won our first game of the year. We won 2 games all year. We won our first game of the year, and we went and we beat Lamar. You know what I'm saying? And that was the one game that we won, that one game.
Yeah.
And I remember Coach Tapley in the locker room goes, "Guys, smile, y'all won."
Yeah.
Like you're like, yeah, we won, but we were supposed to win, So even though we've been terrible, imagine had that been Atkins.
Yeah.
The team that was just untouchable. They were the kings of the conference for many, many years. Even the year after I graduated, when they won the sheriff conference, they shared it with Atkins.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you won it, but Atkins still won it. Yeah. So imagine beating that, and then you go in there and you beat that. I mean, it's a different feeling to beat a team like that. And just good for them kids.
And what's crazy is, rumor has it, this is just a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not. Okay, so don't quote me on this. But UCA's quarterback,
you heard it here first.
Quarterback for UCA supposedly has a pretty big NIL.
Oh, really?
For that size of school.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that's true, like I said, but I've heard that from a couple of different sources.
Well, so, you got,
and that's a lot better than some of the sources on Drive Time Sports right now. Because Clint,
oh my goodness,
I heard one the other day, and I don't know who it was. Steve from Magnolia.
Okay,
here was his deal. Okay, he called in. He calls in sometimes, and he's mad. Randy, I was talking to a guy at church yesterday, and his son-in-law lives up in Fayetteville. And he said that team, they didn't even care to win that game or not. They just want to beat Louisiana Tech and go to a bowl. That's all they care about. They didn't even care if they won or not. And Rick Schaefer was like, Steve, I don't know if that's a very good source. And I don't see any team ever thinking that. Why? He says he lives up there in Fayetteville. He'd know. Well. Okay, Steve. Look, folks, that game was bad. It was bad. And Clinton, did Ole Miss score again?
I think they did. They scored.
Watkins probably just had 2 more touchdowns while we were on this podcast.
When we say, last week we said on this podcast And we're talking about how can we please quit pretending like Sam Pittman's job's in danger? Can we please quit pretending? He's won 2 SEC road games, which is hard to do. And then he just beat the number, what was it, 4 team in the country at Arkansas. Field storming performance, looking like all but guaranteed a bowl game. And, when I think the fans we even understood, like, you know what? We may finish 6-6 and it be a good performance.
Mm.
I think we understood that, right, Travis? I think we understood like this team could play their best and go 6-6, and it doesn't make them bad.
Yeah.
And I think we can also agree that they've only lost 1 game they shouldn't have, which was to Oklahoma State. We were better than Oklahoma State. We are still better than Oklahoma
Especially
State.
now, because Oklahoma State's proven to not be.
Right. Yeah. I think they were learning who they were. And so we can kind of forgive that. That is unforgivable performance. The lack of just effort and fight. And there should have been 10. You got to wonder if a kid cares if he don't care enough to hold. You know what I'm saying? Is if I was getting beat that bad, I would be embarrassed. I can't tell you many. I can tell you a couple one college football story, and believe it or not, it was from a scrimmage. But it was 4th and 3. We ran 49. And 49, you run 3 steps down. It may have been 48, but you run 3 steps to your right. Anyway, Charlie Elmore, starting defensive tackle, beats me across my face. The running back's right there. I fall down and I grab Charlie's legs and just pull him out from under. And I always took pride that I never got called for holding, even though I held every play. I see the yellow flag just come out and just, basically hit me with it. They're real officials. But I did that because I knew the results if I didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I knew the results if I did it. And I got to wonder you got to wonder, do you care at that point if you're not getting called for holding?
Well, and the thing is, Clint, at the beginning of the year, we did our predictions and we picked Ole Miss to win this game because we knew Ole Miss was going to be good. Okay. We knew,
Ole
we knew
Miss,
they were going to be good now, but they showed themselves to be beatable because they've lost some games we didn't expect them to lose. Right. And so we even said, I think, on here, we talked about at the beginning of the year that Pittman Mike could keep his job going 6-6 if he didn't have any games like Auburn and Missouri last year where the team let go of the rope. And last week we said on here, like you just said, we were talking about, hey, let's not pretend Pittman's job's in jeopardy. He's doing the things he needs to do. Well, Clint, I don't think we were expecting 5 touchdowns by one receiver who wasn't Harris, their number 1 receiver.
We wouldn't expect it if it was Harris either.
No, but still.
You can put Marvin Harrison Jr. on that team, and I wouldn't expect that.
Wasn't expecting. They didn't have to fake a cramp once on us, Clint. I didn't see any fake cramps. I wasn't expecting them to be dunking on a basketball goal on the sideline that many times with our logo on it. Also wasn't expecting in the third quarter for them to get over there, get everybody on the sideline all together, get a fire extinguisher out and have a little dance party with the smoke from the fire extinguisher coming up or the powder from the fire extinguisher coming up on the sideline in the third quarter. And here's the deal. I mean, since we're already kind of talking about this, we ain't really talked about the game much, but we're Sam Pittman fans. Okay.
Oh yeah, no.
But I think at this point, you know, unless something happens and we go out and play Texas just wonderfully and we beat Missouri and Louisiana Tech, I think you do got to question his job. I really do. And I'm not
I,
saying, but
I think
here's
it's
the thing
fair.
about I want it to be Clint where he's able to leave with dignity. I don't want it to be a firing. Although we may know it's a firing, I don't want it. I want him to have some sort of position with the university, to be honest with you. Because you know what? That's what I wanted for Houston Nutt. Like, I wish things would have worked out to where Houston Nutt would have been able. I know he went over to Ole Miss and was able to do his thing there. I wish Houston Nutt was able to go to Razorback Club meetings and help raise money right now. Put him
Well,
as the voice for the NIL. I think Sam Pittman, give him an associate AD position and let him be the guy that greets athletes when they come to the University of Arkansas, your big name basketball players and your big name football players. Have him be one of the guys that greets them and maybe, meets the parents and stuff like that and tells them about the wonderful things about coming to Arkansas. Have him go with Chuck Barrett, fly to these different little Razorback Club meetings and all these, NIL deals that they take players to sign autographs and do their little NIL, duties to earn their money. Let's keep him around. Okay. Let's let him be like Ken Hatfield or somebody like that. Keep him around. Be the other side of Frank Broyles, the public side, that you need that type of guy. We don't have that right now, at the university, because Hunter Yurichek's doesn't have that personality like a Frank Broyles. Sam Pittman does.
yeah.
And so,
No, no, and I could definitely see that definitely being big in the fundraising department.
mm,
Uh, I think that, but I saw a couple like tweets from different sources. I don't know sources. I don't know if my cousin Ray Ray
yeah,
is
yeah.
the source, but no, but you
It's
saw
better
the
than
thing.
Steve from Magnolia's source.
Yeah, no, I mean, but that's basically what I'm quoting. But I did see it get floated out, and usually, there's a lot of disinformation out there nowadays. But it said basically that Pittman's hip, that he may retire at the end of the year because of that hip.
Yeah, you can tell it's
So,
hurting him.
oh no, you can tell, yeah, you can tell he's in pain. So um, so you don't know if that's true. You don't know if it's not true. I hope it's not true because I want Pittman to turn it around and to be here.
Yeah.
But
But
you're also talking about you can't look. Two teams that are capable of doing that to you on your schedule.
yeah,
It can't happen again.
no.
It just can't.
Well,
It,
and we've said it before on here. I know I've said it before on here. There's something in his leadership style. Like I said, I love the guy. I love the guy. I'm glad he's our coach. But you have to start questioning because there's something in his leadership style that leads to games like this. Now, he wasn't calling the defense. And Clint, we love T. Will, and we were talking about T. Will's. Are we gonna be able to keep him at the end of this year? We were a few games ago. We were talking about it. Can we keep this guy? The last 3 games, if anybody that's looking for a head coach looks at those last 3 games, they're not going to say, "Hey, that's the guy we want to lead our team."
but
You may like the man, okay, guys. I think he's a good man, but what he's putting on the field those last 3 games, something's off.
can I ask you a question, Travis?
Yeah.
Do you think this defense has more deficiencies than we realized, especially in the secondary department?
I think so. I think they were hiding some of them. Well, and also I think a lot of people brought up the point. The games we've played well was against subpar, like freshmen and redshirt freshman quarterbacks. Now, the Mississippi State quarterback put up some points on us, but he's doing that on lots of people.
Right. Yeah.
That's
Well,
a good offense.
no.
We still got the win.
But what I'm saying is did you kind of watch, like, we had that Florida game last year and where we won on offense, and then by the time we played Auburn, like, yeah, we know how to figure this out. But they figured it out, and so I wonder about the adjustments. Is it the adjustments? I do think there's talent there. Singletary's a 5-star recruit. Everybody loves to hate on Hudson, but I mean, there's talent there, and
they came out picking on Singletary.
Yeah,
they came out. The first 3 balls went to his way.
Yeah,
they were picking on him, and they put Hudson in for him right away because they were picking on him.
No, and I get that. I do. I 100% get that. But I mean, it's like
Hudson.
The coaches. I mean, I don't know. There's nothing redeeming. I mean, me and Travis, he goes, "You got to play the game." I'm like, I can't give a player the game. The game ended. Give it to Lane Kiffin for calling the dogs off. And you know what? I'm gonna also everybody want. I mean, look. You don't like the crap they did on the sideline. Stop them from doing it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's
embarrassing, but the truth is, like you said, we were playing bad enough they were able to do that.
Yeah. You don't think we were over there clowning whenever we were up 70-0 on UAPB?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're probably not, we don't care enough to dunk on their logo, but, it's just, I mean, come on. I mean, you get beat if you're up on a team like that and you're the starting quarterback and they pulled you from the game and your backup's in there. And kudos to Lane Kiffin for letting that kid play ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's enough time in the game that he's like, yeah, let him play ball. Let him throw some. Yeah. And if you don't like the backup quarterback throwing it all over on you, well, you know what? Stop him.
Yeah.
Now, Travis. Not to talk about the game, and I don't know if anybody else is talking about this. Is there a quarterback controversy brewing on the Hill?
No, I don't think so.
Should there be?
Possibly. I don't know. I think
I agree with you that there's not, but I mean, should there be?
I think if there should be, there already would have been.
Okay.
Meaning, I think we would have been seeing Malachi more without injuries.
Well, it's also, if you're Malachi Singleton, it would be hard to make your first start against Texas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be hard. I mean, not that the kid couldn't handle it, but that would be a rough one.
He did pretty well when he went in. But yeah, I don't think there is. I think Talon has won the team over, and I think they see him as their leader, and so I think that's a big part of it.
You think there's any chance they're both here next year?
Yeah, it depends on the coaching situation, though. I mean, I think it'll depend on that, but I think if we get another coach, then and people are on the message boards, Clint, they're throwing out possibilities on who could be the next coach, and of course, there's a lot of Razorback fans saying, "Hey, we got Calipari, let's go get Saban." Okay.
Yeah.
But one of the names that keeps coming up is old Mr. Rhett Lashley.
Well, I think it's natural. I mean,
so what do you think about going to get another coach from SMU?
That scares me.
Yeah.
That terrifies me. It's like
Yeah.
that. But at the same time, because everybody's like, I mean, the Chad Morris comparisons are obviously going to
Yeah.
start. But Rhett's paid his dues. I mean, Rhett didn't catch light. I mean, coach at like the biggest high school in Texas, then have Deshaun Watson fall in his lap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's just be honest. Because NFL career aside, look at what Deshaun did in college, and that's Dabo's team. And
Yeah.
when your talent is so much superior to everybody else's, it's amazing how good a bad coach can look.
Yeah.
Um, so I think was it Lee Corso says 80% of the games are won by the team with the best players.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and that's true.
Yeah. Now, another one that's been mentioned is the Indiana coach, which I don't think he's leaving Indiana. From what I hear, he's happy there. They're giving him pretty much whatever he wants. They're improving facilities. They're paying him well. I think he's from that area.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's going nowhere. Um,
I would be happy. I would honestly be happy with Rhett Lashley. I think the man's paid his dues. He's bounced around as an OC, got his head coach. He finally got a chance.
Broke away from Gus for a while to do his own thing.
When was he at Miami for a season? Is that correct? I mean, I know. I think.
Well, I know he was at some small school for a while. Was he at? I can't remember what it was, but yeah.
But I know he started off at Sanford, and now he's head coach at SMU, and he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
I mean, doing a real good job. I mean, they probably should
Got
have
him
been
ranked.
Yeah, they probably should have been the group of six representative for the for the New Year's Six Bowl last year. It was unfortunate. I think they got punished for playing a very, very, very tough schedule. I mean, I can't remember who made it, but they didn't play near that. And that's not sitting here me saying that he's going to be the next coach. I'm just saying, I think he's paid his dues and he's built it more than, like Norval. He took over a great situation. He also lost this weekend, by the way,
to a former Razorback, Kobe Criswell.
But what I'm saying, he hadn't built anything. He just took over what somebody else he built. That part of the reason I didn't want us to hire Drinkwitz, because I felt like he did the same thing at App State.
Yeah.
Obviously, Drinkwitz has done a phenomenal job at Missouri.
Ding. Yeah. Yeah.
Just in the podcast, that was too painful.
Yeah.
But he's done a good job. You got to give him his due. So you got to wonder who you're going to hire, and it's somebody, and I think the one thing about Pittman, let's just say they lose by 2 touchdowns to Texas. We beat Louisiana Tech, and then Missouri gets us by 17. And then we decide, hey, we're going to move on. The program is so much better than where he found it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I said that when they hired him years ago. I know we weren't doing the podcast, but I think me and you talked, and I said, look, man. I said, if nothing else, I think Sam Pittman's going to leave it better than he found.
Yeah.
And that's what he's done. I mean, we're not getting the brakes beats off of us. I mean, look, Ole Miss, top, probably a playoff team. We'll definitely know after this weekend.
Yeah.
Potential playoff team. They beat us. Am I boring you, Travis?
No, sorry.
That was a big yawn.
It was, yeah.
It was. I know I ramble, but crap, man, you ramble too.
We're recording this kind of late, man. It's close to my bedtime, and
I'm sorry.
That's
past your bedtime, buddy. I apologize. Yeah. But anyway, I think he's left the program better than he found it, and I think the job would be a more attractive job now.
Yeah.
But make the job more attractive, all coaches are worried about are 3 little letters.
NIL.
That's right. And apparently in Arkansas, we're not shopping at Louis Vuitton.
That's right.
We
Yeah,
got
he got some
channel
serious
story.
flack for his comments before the game Saturday. I don't think it was that big of a deal, to be honest with you. Um, but he did say that we went shopping at Walmart for blue light specials, and Ole Miss went to Louis Vuitton. I think that's what he said. He said some fancy store.
Well, here's the thing. It is Louis. You kind of associate Louis Vuitton. I know how everybody took it. Like our players aren't that good. Talking about our players. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever. Be mad. Be mad. But here's what he's saying. He goes, look, they got the kind of fancy guys, high star guys. We got the blue collar guys that want to go to work.
Yeah.
That was kind of what he was trying to say. And it may not come out that way. Dude, look, if I had to deal with Twitter every time I said something stupid, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'd have
That's
to
right.
I don't have an X account or Twitter or whatever it is, but you get the point. I say stupid crap all the time. You know what? You probably say stupid crap too sometimes, Travis.
Yeah, it's just every now and then.
Every now and then you say
You know,
stupid
well,
crap
not
and something comes out wrong.
about every other time I open my mouth.
Let it go, people. Let it go.
That's right.
You're making a mountain out of a molehill.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter to me. You know why, Travis?
Why is that?
Because we're a basketball school.
That's right, baby. But Clint, we lost to TCU.
We do this practice.
Yeah, it was a practice game.
It was practice game. It was practice. Don't count.
Yeah. And got Lipscomb coming in.
Yeah.
Which Lipscomb, I think, won their first game. They've already played one game, like a real game. So they didn't play any practice games, or well, they may have, but they played one real game. They won it. They're a mid-major that is very tough. They're gonna be a tough team to beat. So, Cal's getting tested right away. Get right away.
Right.
But we believe in the boogie.
I believe in Boogie. He's born to Boogie.
I believe in the boogie.
I'm excited about.
I believe in the boogeyman.
I am. No, I didn't get to see any of the TCU game because it wasn't on TV. But
I watched some of it. There was somebody streaming it on X. So
some
I
guy
watched
just
a little bit of it.
some guy just doing this with his phone. Like,
well, he's also on Hawg Sports. That's where I actually, but it sent me on a link to
I get
X.
it. No, so it'd be good. But as far as excited as we are about the men's team, it seems like us Arkansas fans, we just got to find some coach on the hill.
That's right.
There's got to be a most hated. Like you know what? We're kind of upset with you, Pittman, but we don't hate you.
Yeah.
And then it was it Nate Thompson, the hitting coach? For a while, I thought that guy was the most hated man in Arkansas.
Yeah, he was.
I really did. I mean, no, this guy's got to go.
Yeah.
And then Mike Neighbors was like, hold my beer. That man.
Yeah, everybody's wanting him gone now.
Yeah, and he's done a good job with the program. I mean, Arkansas women's basketball has never just been the bee's knees.
No.
But it's always been like a respectable, like not the bottom of the pack, but not the bottom of the pack.
Yeah.
They've always been that school. Like, we'll win a game or two. But man, I guess the entire team transferred. I think me and you got offered scholarships.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
they bunch of them were transferred, and it's a whole new squad, I think, and so they're as you can imagine, they're having some troubles getting together, and but hopefully they'll pick it up. I like Neighbors. I don't know.
Yeah, it not looking good for him.
No.
I think they lost to some terrible school that probably wouldn't admit me or you as a student.
Yeah.
But they lost to a mid-major program yesterday, and it wasn't close. They lost by a good 15.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, here's the deal, Clint. We got the week off in football.
Yep.
Basketball team's about to get going.
So are we going to pick between Bye and the Razorbacks? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure hope the Bye doesn't win this one.
Me too.
I don't know. I hadn't really heard on how Green is. I hadn't got a report on that. So we'll see if he's able to play.
Yeah.
Boy, it'd be nice to get Jackson back.
Yeah, I do feel good about I do feel really good about, moving forward with Malachi Singleton. If he's not, it'd be nice to you missed not having Braylon Russell or Jackson because they're both that bruising runner. And
Jackson wants to be back for this game if he can, because he started out at Texas.
Right.
He's a Texas boy. So he'd like to be there. Green would like to be there. He's a Texas boy. He'd like to be there.
You got me yawning. Or
I know. Sorry, man.
They're contagious.
I know. But so man, look, folks, as fans, we got to stick behind them. These kids, as much as whatever happened, whatever caused it, I promise you, most of those, if not all those kids on that team, that they hated losing a lot worse than we hated watching them lose. Okay. They had to live through that. They had to sit there and watch the other team celebrate and listen to the trash talk and all that stuff. And so they're hurting. So they need us fans to root them on against it. They get ready for Texas. Let's look, whatever's going to happen with Pittman's going to happen with Pittman. Whatever's going to happen with the rest of the coaches is going to happen with the rest of the coaches.
But here's the thing, Travis. I mean, it's easy to lead. Easy to lead when everything's going right.
That's right.
That's when the job is easy. And anybody, literally anyone could do it.
Yeah.
When everything's going good. I mean, you could be the worst coach in the world.
Yeah.
And it's easy. This right here, this happens to you, when you basically get your tail kicked, and there's no other way to describe it. Ole Miss showed up, they smacked you around, they ate all your snacks, they literally they hurt your feelings. It was a beating. There's no other way. Pick yourself up after that, dust yourself off, and that's when you know like what you got.
Yeah.
So we've had a couple losses. This is the first time we've just been basically this team's just been smacked. And you know what? You have got a goal in not this week, but next week. You've got a golden chance to respond.
Yep.
You want to shut that noise off. Go out there and earn bowl eligibility versus Texas. Easy enough for me to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
you're exactly right. But folks, till then, we'll see you next week. We'll be ready to preview the Texas game. Like, share, comment, subscribe, share. Yeah, do this a bunch right now. Let them hang. Share this a lot. Share it on social media and all that good stuff. Clint, pleasure as always. Folks,
hi, everybody.
Be good. Be good.
Sweat, work, filthy, dirt, harvest, hurt, kingdom come. Sweat, work, filthy, dirt, harvest, hurt, kingdom come. Listen, that's why I sweat when I work. My hands get filthy down in this dirt. Won't see no harvest till I hurt. Crying your kingdom come. Listen, I wake up in the morning, I bow my head to pray. Mama told me if I don't, ain't nothing gonna change. These prayers breaking up hard ground so I can sow the seed. Ain't afraid of no aches and pain. Lord knows I got That's why I swear when I work, my hands get filthy down in this dirt. Won't see no water till I hurt, crying your kingdom come. Oh, I swear when I work, my hands get filthy down in this dirt. Won't see no water till I hurt, crying your kingdom come. Sun beating down so hard, I can